The creatures that killed him can't be far. Their tracks are fresh. Feel my wrath! Revenge! Strange light again. The sword inside this cave.
Kill her!
We must hurry with the ritual!
Development.
Just as I thought, the sword piece is here.
Who are you to take what is mine?
You are not the owner of this sword.
Regardless, I have claimed it. I am Magda, and I lead this coven. The shard is mine.
To hell with you, witch.
Very well. Let the games begin. Well fought, but you will never possess the next piece. It has fallen where only...
I need to go back. I have the sword piece, but a woman named Magda and her minions tried to wrest it from me.
Uncle Deckard, you sound like those dark cultists you told me about.
Very good, Leah. You have been paying attention. Stranger, does any of this jar your memory?
I have no memory of this coven, but I sense a far darker shadow guiding its hand.
Deckard believes the key to unlocking the stranger's memory is reassembling his sword. I wish I could say this was another of Uncle's crazy theories, but I can't deny that these ominous events are starting to really scare me.
This fragment is very old and very powerful.
Indeed, it feels familiar to me, though the rest is still unclear.
This weapon would have belonged to a true champion.
If that is what I am, then my strength has gone with my memory.
If Cain is right, then the sword shall restore both to you. Magda said something curious about the next piece. She believes it fell where only ancients may tread.
That makes me think of the drowned temple near the festering woods. I remember you telling me about it, Uncle.
Exactly, Leia. The temple was home to the Nephilim. Leia, your knowledge could be invaluable. You must go and help our friend retrieve the sword piece.
The Nephilim were ancient humans with fantastic powers. Legend holds that they waged a terrible battle near the temple, and that their ghosts still war with one another.
Magda's coven is a remnant of an ancient religion called the Triune that worshipped the primevals as gods.
Disgusting. And yet the primevals have been dead for 20 years. Who does the Coven worship now?
The last two evils, Asmodan and Belial, remain. And if either of them are behind this coven, then our troubles are only beginning.
What are we doing in my room? You know it's not polite to go through other people's things, don't you?
My dearest Heydrich, do not feel despair, my love. You did everything you could. Our time together meant more than words can say. But in the end,
That will serve me well.
fate is a cruel mistress. Your strength is needed to end the horrors that beset this world. My final wish is that you find your path. Love always. Mira.
You and I aren't so different. I have great power within me, too. The only difference is, I have no control over mine.
That sounds troubling.
It's only happened a few times in my life, and only when I was in grave danger. Something rises up from deep within me and, well, I can't really explain it.
Accustomed to that. Looks like someone's still at home.
We should have known.
Stay away! There's nothing in here of use to you. These are dark times, my friend. I thought for a moment you were one of those dreadful goat men. Since you're not, would you like to buy something?
After much searching, I have found a promising lead. A family near New Tristram has obtained a valuable relic, and poor fools are...
You there! Please help! They're going to kill my friend! Thieves are going to kill my friend if we don't do something. Help me break these bonds and see for yourself!
What do they want with your friend?
She's just a farmer's daughter, Sasha, but she has a relic that the thieves are after.
He's deserted you. Just give it over.
I'll never tell you.
Release the girl. The relic belongs to her.
You actually believe what this scoundrel tells you? Fine, you fools. We'll kill the both of you. You won't get away from us this time! This isn't over. The rest of the Thieves' Guild will find you.
Here's the relic, my love. I hid it like you asked. Father's grown suspicious of us, but that won't matter once we're married. It won't be long, right?
Of course, my dear. Soon we will settle down to a quiet life of tilling the fields and raising children. But first, I have to sell this relic. Alas, I must travel away with my friend here to do so.
You wish to join me?
Yes, yes! You look like you know a lot about markets. Now, lead the way! Wait, the relic is a fake! Gods, I should have known! You seem like you could use a helping hand, and I sure as hell don't want to stay around here.
Please tell me that you're not considering this criminal's proposal.
Ah, there you are.
But you made a promise to your betrothed.
Betrothed? Do I look like the marrying kind to you? By the way, my name is Lyndon.
What the tomes say of Alaric and this temple is not encouraging. You must be Alaric the Guardian. Uncle Deckard told me of your eternal watch over this cursed place. I thought it was a myth.
Are you Nephilim?
No. There have been no Nephilim for a millennium.
Yet another myth. You seek entrance to this temple, but only a Nephilim can enter. If you retrieve the keys from the outlying tombs and use them on the gates, we will see who and what you truly are. Follow me. I will raise the bridge that you may pass. Seek 2 tombs in the woods beyond. The Warrior's Rest and the Crypt of the Ancients. Within them reside the keys to our sacred temple.
A pall of ancient doom hangs upon these woods.
Are these Alaric's people?
No, they have been twisted.
get you!
This is amazing. It reminds me of being a child and searching for lost artifacts with Uncle Decker.
I've become more formidable.
When this is over, I could open my own little inn somewhere. If I live.
I couldn't go back to that kind of life.
Well, if you ever want a job, I will consider your credentials.
Perhaps I should just visit.
Repel them, my brothers!
Bleed, you filth!
Alaric says that our people can survive the coming battle, but I saw the truth in his eyes. Why did he order me to guard the beacon of honor? Those shambling things are slaughtering my people in the forest above, and there's nothing I can do to stop it.
You won't survive that!
I like to think the world is safer now. This will aid me.
is open. Enter and defeat the guardians within. Although they are my brothers, they will seek your death when you enter. Remove the thing that fell into our temple. Every moment it remains, my people grow more restless.
Look at this architecture. This predates the Sin War. Don't worry about me.
None may rise, my brothers. Rise and do battle.
Your strength rivals that of our greatest champions. What now do you think you are? You may enter our most sacred place.
The spirit speaks the truth. This was a good place.
The noble hero fought her way here just to die. You again. And who is this you bring with you? Adria's daughter? She has power within her. No matter. Your mother will soon share your fate, little one. The shard is mine. Fill this temple with their blood!
What did she mean my mother will share my fate? Could my mother be alive after all these years?
She's trying to distract you. Don't listen to her.
And what is the power within you that she spoke of?
This fight was too easy. She's toying with us. We must get back to Uncle Deckard right away.
The world stone has been changed. Our children are born. Weak and suffer short lives. The demon Nereza promised to restore their power, but instead turned them into misshapen creatures and sent them to war against us. We may die, but not before she is sent back to the burning hells.
I really do miss that.
The World Stone was an ancient artifact of immense power. It was used not only to create our world, but also to control mankind. The original humans were known as the Nephilim, and their power was such that it was feared they would tip the balance in the eternal conflict between the high heavens and the burning hells. So the World Stone was tuned to lessen our powers, turning mankind into what we are today. But now that it has been destroyed, it is conceivable that the powers of the Nephilim will reappear. Tyrael was forced to destroy the World Stone when Baal, the Lord of Destruction, corrupted it in his attempt to control all of mankind.
The World Stone's destruction must have unleashed incredible energies.
It obliterated Mount Arreat, the mountain that housed it, leaving only a smoking crater in its place. And nothing has been heard from Tyrael since.
I heard that you took Leah on your searches for ancient artifacts and tomes. Wasn't that dangerous?
Not as dangerous as you might think. There was a calm about the world then. Most people paid no mind to an old man and young girl, weaponless and penniless, crossing their lands.
Uncle Deckard and I traveled all over the world in my youth, looking for lost lore and artifacts. It was so exciting, crawling around ancient temples, digging through forgotten crypts. I feel fortunate that Uncle Deckard raised me the way he did, the things I learned from him. But now I don't know. I see what his obsession with his quest has cost him, has cost us. The Drowned Temple was once known as the Sarsium Emporis. It was the most sacred of their temples, a site where legend claims angels would come to impart their wisdom to the Nephilim.
Magda is close on our heels. We must find the last piece quickly.
I remember a glow streaking towards a fishing village.
That must be Wortham.
Ah, brilliant, dear Leah. Have the ferryman take you there.
Have you fought the Coven before?
I cannot say, but there is something about them, a darkness, that is known to me.
What do you mean?
The Coven may be part of a greater evil. Perhaps I intended to fight it.
If you are to fight, you will need your sword.
When we retrieved the stranger's second sword piece, Magda found us. She's always on our heels. Who is she? She claims to know my mother, but how could that be? Regardless, we must beat her to Wortham in the final piece of the sword.
So you lived with your father during the fall of Old Tristram.
My father was a diplomat. We had a manor in Chaldeum with servants, terraces, all of that. Everything changed when the Troubles started. Somehow, rumors spread that my grandfather was responsible for the king's madness. My father's work fell apart. No one would speak to him. He kept believing it will blow over, though.
But it was not to be.
No. I'd rather not talk about it now, if you don't mind. I've work to see to.
So where are you from?
Kingsport, the city by the sea, home to the great merchant fleets and endless nets of reeking fish.
I've seen it. What did you do there?
I am between jobs at the moment.
Dishonorable jobs, no doubt.
Nonsense. I am the most honest thief you will ever meet. Wanted. One relic, scarlet, roughly the size of a man's fist. It was stolen 2 months past during a deplorable theft from the Merchants Guild Bank. Those apprehended were not in possession of the item. The relic is greatly missed by its rightful owner, who offers a reward for its safe return.
Why do you waste your time chasing after women?
Waste? Time is scarcely better spent.
Not when you discard them so readily.
I've only found one worth keeping, but she slipped away from me.
That's no excuse to bother every other woman you see.
Well, no. Sometimes they should bother me. Aha! I knew you'd need my help.
Were you raised as a Templar in the Order?
No. Our scripture says, as a farmer reaps his wheat, so must the Order harvest and purify the weeds.
My initiation was less formal. They asked me if I wanted to hunt demons, and I said yes.
That would be simpler, but your order destroys monsters. Mine redeems them.
I have seen enough monsters to know that you aren't one of them. Why do you feel guilty about your past?
I cannot tell you.
There are some things that will haunt you forever, if you never speak of them.
You misunderstand me. We are literally unable to recall our pasts. The Inquisitors stripped my sins and the memory of them from me. leaving me pure.
It is good to fight with you again.
I have some new items that I'm certain you'll love.
Do not question the path you are on. It will lead you through things that will try your very soul. But you'll always have me to talk to.
Well, that's reassuring.
You pretend you are a rock, but I know the softness you don't want anyone to see. Why else would you continue to come and talk to Miriam? Vile things transpire even as we speak. I see a town in flames, and an old friend paying the ultimate price to reveal the truth.
That sounds familiar.
Oh, do you have the sight as well?
No, never mind.
I was thinking...